We have been gratified to see that a number of the donors have stepped up to...
When you say donors, is it country donors?
This is country donors.
Okay.
And it's also individual donors, and I'll come to that in a moment. They have provided generous support to education, understanding that an investment in a quality education for a child is, in fact, a significant national investment for the country. And so there are a number of donor governments that are contributing generously to making sure that that happens. Also at an individual level, individuals, foundations, corporations, right here in the United States, there are many that are supporting the U.S. Fund for UNICEF and other partners in the UN Girls Education Initiative to ensure that they are able to make a difference and a contribution
what an
to
amazing
the education
opportunity.
of girls.
So for our viewers who might be interested in getting involved in this initiative, where can they go for information? Which website should we direct them to?
Well, I would encourage them to take a look at the Girls Education Initiative website, which is www.ungei.org.
Okay. And so people can make individual donations, and what will that money be used for within the Girls Education Initiative?
Well, in fact, they would make the contributions to the partner organizations of the Girls Education Initiative, and not directly to the initiative itself. But the funding that is made available goes to help ensure that there are girl-friendly schools in developing countries, so that there are schools that are close enough to the homes of girls so that they're not in danger when they walk long distances to try to get to school. That they
so there's some kind of chaperone program to...
Well, I think it's a question of making sure that the schools are close enough so that no girl has to walk more than an hour or two to get to school. Making sure that the schools that do exist, that they have quality education curriculums, that they have sufficient numbers and quality of teachers, that there are female teachers and administrators in addition to just men teachers and administrators, making sure even that the sanitary facilities in school are separate so that girls and boys can go separately.
You know, just in terms of some of the NGOs, the non-governmental organizations and nonprofits that are working to empower women, I saw that, you know, there's an organization, for example, called CARE. I don't know if you're familiar with CARE. They noted that $50, a donation of $50 can send an Afghan child or girl to school for a year, and that a donation of $125 can train a woman in Nepal to teach maternity and child health in her own community, and that a donation, for example, of $250 can build 2 wells to provide safe drinking water for 10 families.
Yes.
And that a donation of $600 can keep 10 girls in Sudan in school and teach them about AIDS prevention.
Yeah, well, there are any one of a number of the partners in the Girls Education Initiative that are accepting financial contributions, and some are, in fact, also accepting volunteers. These are volunteers that don't go off and work in these remote places, but who are working right here in the United States to help make sure that that people understand the importance of issues like the education of all girls and of violence against women, and that they can make their contribution locally as well.
Thank you very much for joining us today. We had the opportunity to interview Cheryl Faye, who is the head of the Secretariat of the Girls Education Initiative at UNICEF and at the United Nations. Join us right after the break, and we'll have our next guest on the episode. Thank you. Today we have the privilege of speaking with 2 women who were selected by their countries to participate in a very important conference here at the United Nations on the status of women and discrimination against women throughout the world. Vanita, thank you so much for joining us, and I understand that you are from Nepal, correct?
Yes.
And Vanita, how old are you?
I am 28.
Excellent. Is this your first time here at the United States?
Yes, very first time.
What do you think?
It's great.
Great. Okay, and then we also have Chinyanta, who's from Zambia, correct?
Exactly.
And Chinyanta, tell me a bit how old you are and from what part of Zambia are you from?
I'm 18 years old and I'm from Lusaka, which is the capital city of Zambia. And Zambia is in Africa. It's situated in the southern central part of Africa. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So tell me a little bit about why you're here